Don't minimize any of this. You have a very dangerous group of people dealing in narcotics. They have forced their way into the home under the ruse of being law enforcement. They've kidnapped a 6-year-old boy, took him out of his home. His whereabouts are unknown. These are extremely dangerous people. We've said it yesterday, we're saying it again. This is as bad as it gets.
It's just really hard to have one of our babies out there with strangers. He's a very, very good boy.
Here's a little Cole Puffenburger. Police say a couple of men posing as police officers burst into his family's home on Wednesday, tied up Cole's mom and fiance, then kidnapped the boy. Now police are naming the boy's grandfather as a person of interest. His name Clemens Tinnemeyer.
Where is 6-year-old Cole Puffenburger? Straight out to Michelle Sagona. Michelle's with America's Most Wanted. It's my understanding he was taken from the home. The family left bound behind. Do I have Michelle with me?
Hey, hi, Nancy.
Hi, dear.
Hi.
Give me an update, please.
Absolutely. This happened on Wednesday morning, Nancy, October 15th, just after 7 o'clock in the morning. And from what investigators tell me is that there were 2, possibly 3 suspects that entered right through the front door. It was an unlocked door of Cole's home. They go inside, and they start asking for Cole's grandfather. But the funny thing is that Cole's grandfather hasn't lived there since May of 2007. The mom actually had no clue where the grandfather has been, especially for the last month, because she hasn't talked to him since August. And actually, the family has filed a missing persons report just recently for Cole's grandfather's last name is Tinnemeyer, first name Clemens. And Clemson, excuse me, I'm sorry. And I just want to mention that after these folks went in there and they couldn't get what they wanted money at this time, that's when they snatched up Cole and they went on the run.
To Kelly Plaskar with KXNT, I understand a person of interest has emerged.
Yeah, that's the grandfather that she was just talking about. This is not just a little bit of money that they're looking for. They're looking for millions of dollars, and it's drug money. It's methamphetamine money. He was involved with some kind of a ring, a methamphetamine ring, and these guys come in associated with this ring, looking for him, looking for this money. They know that he's been missing since September 11th. That's when that report came in, that he was gone somewhere. The family didn't know where he was. They didn't find him. They didn't find the money. They took the kid. Now this kid is worth tens of millions of dollars to this drug cartel. One of the things that the police have said here is that message sent, message received. Who's sending the message? The drug cartel. Who's receiving the message? Well, that would be all of us here. Hopefully, the police want us to find this guy now, this grandfather, and he's got a couple of different vehicles out there. He's got a Valencia 2006 motorhome that he could be in. He also could be in a Dodge white 2004 extended cab pickup. I passed 4 signs on my way down here, Amber Alert signs, looking for this truck in particular, and supposedly they are spread out throughout California, throughout New Mexico, Arizona, and certainly throughout southern Nevada here.
Take a listen to this.
We have interviewed dozens of people. We have created dozens of leads and established several very significant persons of interest. One such person is Clemens Fred Tinnemeyer. The individual in this photograph is Cole's grandfather. This is the individual that has been involved in very significant drug dealing. It would be no understatement to state that other members in the family are involved as well. Don't minimize any of this. You have a very dangerous group of people dealing in narcotics. They have forced their way into the home under the ruse of being law enforcement. They've kidnapped a 6-year-old boy, took him out of his home. His whereabouts are unknown. These are extremely dangerous people. We've said it yesterday, we're saying it again. This is as bad as it gets.
How a 6-year-old little boy has somehow gotten embroiled in a Mexican drug cartel plot is incredible. Take a look at this little boy. He's just 6 years old. Cole Puffenburger. He's only 3'11", 48 pounds, blonde hair, blue eyes, stained front teeth, silver-rimmed glasses. He was wearing a black sweatshirt, dark jeans, black shoes and white socks. This little boy taken at gunpoint out of his family's home. And this is what I want to know. Back to Kai Plascom with KXNT News Radio. Kai, the last time the grandfather was there was when?
Well, what we've got is May 21st. That's the last time that he was seen here in Las Vegas. August was the last time that the family had actually heard from him. And as I said, on September 11th was when they actually decided to report him missing. Now, this is definitely a very dangerous group of people. They probably could have just shown up there and shot up the whole place or blown up the house. In some ways, we might be lucky that they just took the child and now want some money. And they want all of us to try and find this grandfather who supposedly has this money.
Let's take a look at him again. Emerging as a person of interest, 51-year-old Clemens F. Tennemeyer. And what, Kai, was his involvement again with a drug cartel, do we believe?
Well, I know a little bit about how money laundering operates, and he's believed to have possibly been involved with money laundering with this drug cartel. There are trunk loads full of cash, very small bills from drug sales in other states that are coming into the state in trunks of cars, and then the casinos are used by folks like Tenenmeyer to transfer these small bills into very large bills that are very easy to smuggle back across the border, back to the drug cartel that may be possibly looking for him now. They would not say which drug cartel might possibly have Cole, but it is obviously a very dangerous one. And they're trying to narrow down which drug cartels might be operating here in the Las Vegas Valley. But as I mentioned, there are trunk loads full of cash coming in from all over the country from various cartels to transfer these small bills into very large ones to get them back to their countries of origin.
Out to Captain Vincent Canito with the Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department. Captain, thank you for being with us. What is being done? What can be done to find little Cole?
Well, I have to tell you, since this afternoon's press conference, our partnership with the media has just been outstanding. We've developed a number of significant leads to this point, and we are very optimistic with regards to the search for Mr. Tennemeyer.
Do you think there's a chance he's still alive, Captain?
We will absolutely not speculate on anything along those lines. It is our sincerest hopes and prayers that we find this child in good condition.
Look at this little boy, everybody. Little 6-year-old Cole Puffenburger taken out of his home. Why? Police now believe because his grandfather was embroiled with a Mexican drug cartel. To Dr. Glass, to be taken out of the home must be so incredibly traumatic for this child.
Oh, it must be just awful for him. But one of the things that is a little hopeful is that his father was interviewed and said that he is a feisty little boy and hopefully he'll fight back and give them a run for their money, so to speak.
Give a drug cartel a run for their money?
Not well chosen words, but basically he'll be very feisty, and at least he'll maybe stick up for himself.
Okay, Sergeant Haynes, we're talking about a 6-year-old and a drug cartel.
Yes, these are extremely dangerous people, and he, God be with this kid. I feel horrible for him and his family, and hopefully the grandfather will be found quickly, so he's the one link that could hopefully
You're right. He is the only link. Everybody, as we go to break, congratulations to Georgia friends of the show, Clay and Elizabeth, welcoming their newest little crime fighter, Emma Hope. Look at her, getting lots of cuddling and attention from big sister Catherine and grandparents.